I think we're actually burying the lead. Hey, OC, how did you know that Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he did? You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that Micah Parsons could be a put his hand down guy. So I need that question answered.
The OC.
And boss showed me.
In the mirror is one way that you can learn things. Another way is to look at what your opponents and enemies are doing and try to kind of take from their strategies. When you look at a team like the Eagles, for example, do you feel there's anything that you guys can kind of take from their strategies, seeing as they handle free agency a certain way and they're back in the Super Bowl this year, that kind of could work for the Cowboys going forward?
Hey, we must have got a guard. That's the only thing that would have made him do that. That's it.
He know.
He know. Cause he been watching Twitter, man. Yes, indeed, man. And we go prove today that everybody is copying except your Dallas Cowboys, and it's working. You gotta copy success, man. You got to. Let's go.
My reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live.
Boss, show me.
I will. We got the one and only DMV. Let's go, man. This is the best show, bro. For this is DMV.
Shot it. Fight for. See, that's how to go out. Don't go out, just sit back. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take Matthew Golden. No, fight for. You wanted physical. You said you wanted physical. Fight for it.
Yeah, man. We fighting for a DMV. It's an uphill battle, though. That's right. It's the only way to go out, though. Fight.
Oh my God! Somebody else said it's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Man, this gonna be the one. I don't never lie when I say it. This gonna be the one. Man. Today's stream is brought to you by Sleeper app. Go for a Hail Mary on Sleeper Picks and win up to 100 times your money. Use promo code BCS and Sleeper will 100% match your first deposit up to $100 instantly. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? I'm excited to be here, bro. It's a long time coming, bro.
Yeah, we gotta definitely talk. So I'm gonna just jump right into it, okay? And then we go just kind of talk through it as I kind of show the history. So first of all, I feel like a lot of our fans are kind of missing the point, and we go show it today a lot. So one thing we go show today, and it's clear. Let me start with the person who kicked it off. It was McCaffrey. It was what San Fran did with McCaffrey. And I'm going to show today with perfect evidence that the other teams purely copied. They went from devaluing running backs to valuing running backs. And I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it by the transaction history, and we go talk about it. Can you kind of give me your thoughts real quick? I got to go grab my phone. I'm going to need you to talk for a minute. I left my phone.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's been quite some time that I think that there was a certain point where running backs were getting paid in the league, guys. And I think that there was a certain point where I think that the owners, and I think that how the league is going with the passing league and the quarterbacks and the roughing the passers and the illegal contacts and stuff like that. At a certain point, there was a devaluation of the running back position. So I think that the owners, and when Balls comes back, we'll talk about that. But there was a point where running backs were no longer getting paid. And so with that, the devaluation of the position happened. But San Fran, like Boss is saying, they flipped the script with that trade with CMT. They flipped the script. And automatically San Fran went back into the fold. They became important again. Because, I mean, there was a couple of times where San Fran, they would get to the big show where they would make a playoff run, but they were just missing that one piece, that one thing to get over the top. And typically, if you go back in the Shanahan's, how the Shanahan's do, they would get you like a 6th round running back, they get you a 4th round and 5th round running back. And I think Alfred, we're gonna probably talk about Alfred Morris, but I think Alfred Morris was one of those guys in Washington.
Yeah.
But here's what everybody's missing about the CMC part. We gotta remember who his dad was. His dad was Ed McCaffrey. His dad played for the Broncos during their Super Bowl run. So the reason that they felt really comfortable with going to go get CMC the way that they did, who knew him better than the Shanahan? Nobody knew him. They knew him better than anybody. And with that being said, CMC came in. It probably was really easy for him to pick up the scheme and pick up what it is that they wanted him to do. And so what the league saw, the league didn't see that relationship where it was just like they'd known him since he was a type. What they saw was effectiveness. They saw effectiveness from an elite running back that could take the scheme that they already had in place, because they already had it in place, and we can make it a home run.
Right.
And so, let me know when you're ready, bro.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I thank you for catching me up. I got it.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So we finna just get right into it and prove it, bro. So here we go. So I got it right here. So it's all about looking at the history. So this whole thing really started off with the trade of 2022. So if you look, he was obviously with who? Carolina, right? It's clear as day. He started his first 6 games with Carolina in 2022. And by game 7, they made the switch to San Fran. Now, this is the key part. If you look at 2020 and 2021, what does that clearly say when you look at games started and games played? What does that clearly show?
Damn.
He was missing a lot of games for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
So was he the perfect pick?
Yeah, I just want everybody in the comments. They said my mic was a little muffled, so I wanted to know, like, put some ones or fires or something like that in the chat. And let me know if my sound is good.
Yeah, you're a little bit muffled.
I'm still muffled because I had to reconnect to the mic.
It's still muffled.
I don't know why it keeps going to my default because it's not hooking up to the microphone.
It's not.
No, I just say with the laptop.
Yeah, it's coming through your laptop.
Yeah, I don't know why. But I'll tell you what. That's what we'll do. I'll
while you working on that,
I got you.
I just present.
I'll go back out and come back in.
Let's do that.
Okay.
That might work.
Okay.
I got it. Why you doing that? Because I'm gonna just give y'all the history. So, as you can clearly see with 2020 and 2021, McCaffrey was not a perfect back. So he missed a lot of games in 2020. He missed a lot of games in 2021. So he played in 2022, but he was traded in 2022 to San Fran. So he was imperfect when he went to San Fran. So one of the key things that you'll see is that in those games, he had about 746 yards. Okay. So hear me out. This is the key thing I want y'all to know. The league was watching what would happen. Okay. Because this was that period of time where running backs was grossly devalued. It was gross. And that's where the doctrine was its strongest, when they was telling people you can get a running back in the third round that can do what these guys can do. And this was just a short-term trend where some of your best backs had injuries. People like Saquon, right, had injuries around this time as well. So what happened is the stat nerds used a short-term trend and made a long-term doctrine and devalued all they ass. That's what happened. That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
But the key is what happened in 2023 when he had a full season. He lit that whole thing up.
Absolutely.
And that's when it changed. And I'm going to prove it by the transactions. So let's go look at the transaction first with Saquon. Okay. So if we look at the transaction history of Saquon, remember the key year that they was watching, because also remember in what year was that? Let me get the year right. Yeah, in 23, he was an MVP candidate. CMC. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the first part of 2023, before he broke out that year, what did they do with Saquon? They tagged him.
Or something?
Yeah, they tagged him, meaning New York showed no commitment to him, no long-term commitment. So then let's go look at Derrick Henry in 23, so we can just see the pattern that happened with everybody. They didn't make a commitment to him. They restructured him. Let's go look at what happened to DeAndre Swift. He was traded to Philly for a 7th rounder. They treated him like he had no value.
And Philly tried that actually then. Swift was supposed to be that out after Miles Sanders.
Right. He was supposed to be after Miles Sanders. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Then look at Josh Jacobs in 23. What did they do to him? They tagged him. Let me make that better. So it's clear that running backs in 2023 was treated like.
There was another back that was tagged in 23 too.
Who?
Tony Pollard.
Oh, that boy, you good. Hey, and I got Tony Pollard in here too. Boy, you see, I told you he the king. This is the king of running back knowledge. I told you. Hey, and you didn't even know that was coming. Look, I got that up in here too. They tagged Pollard in 2023. Say, man, I tell you, this boy is good. Clap it up, bro.
Hey, bro. So like when I was telling everybody, when I said the word collusion, there was collusion when it came to the running back spot. They decided at a certain point, them owners, that they wasn't going to pay no running backs, dog.
That's right. You can see it. The transaction history, and we going line by line. We looking at all of them. So DeAndre Swift, he was traded for a 7th rounder. That's disrespectful. This was truly the days of them treating them boys like you can get a running back in the 3rd round. You don't draft a running back in the 1st. Never. See, that doctrine was at its strongest in this period. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, and we showing y'all the transaction history, right?
Damn. A restructure.
Yep, another restructure. It was no commitments to none of the running backs, right?
And then another trade.
Yep, and another trade for pennies, 7th rounder. But it's different. It's different. Now, let's go back to Christian McCaffrey. I got to show y'all something that's real important. Going back to Christian McCaffrey, let's look at this production, right? This is why we saying, and we keeping it real, the Cowboys, please copy the Copycat League on running back. And we gonna talk about it in depth. But I'm showing you empirical, absolute evidence with transaction history where you can see the clear trend. So then, let's look at it again. So then in 2023, that's when McCaffrey was MVP candidate, one of the top MVP candidates, had a fantastic year, 14 touchdowns, about close to 1,500 yards. His average boosted as well to 5.4. But more importantly, the league saw how his presence helped Ayuk, helped Debo, helped Kittle, and helped their overall record, and they went to the Super Bowl.
Hey, can you go back to the stats real fast?
Sure.
Another thing that was important here is that he had 83 targets as a running back.
Woo.
67 receptions for 564 and 7 touchdowns there as well. So, you know what I'm saying? You talk about your RB1s, man. Christian McCaffrey definitely set the league on fire, man.
He set the league on fire. Now let's see and go right back through them dudes and look what happened after 2023. So if we look at now, let's go right back to Saquon, right? So in 2023, let me make this bigger so y'all can see it. All right. So in 2023, now let's notice what's different. He was signed late with a tag in July, which shows that they was indecisive, right?
Yeah.
But look what happened after McCaffrey did that. Soon as free agency started, March 11th, who was the first one off the board? Saquon. So the previous year when they was devaluing them, they were signed late. But after what they saw with the proof of McCaffrey, every one of these backs then went early. Yeah. So watch this. Let's go look at now Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry. He was signed immediately March 12th. 2 days into the start of free agency.
Yep.
So let's go look at what they did with DeAndre Swift. When did he go? March 11th, the first day of free agency.
Yeah.
Go look at Josh Jacobs. The first day of free agent, he gone. Go look at Joe Mixon. The first day. Oh, the second day. My bad. Go look at Tony Pollard. When we got rid of him, he was the first thing smoking up out of Dallas. The first thing smoking. That clearly shows the league took notes on San Fran and copied. So then let's talk about what happened to each one of them teams.
I was about to say that next.
Go for it. You got it.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we talk about how all of them teams are playoff teams?
Yep. Or Super Bowl winners.
Teams, but not just playoff teams, but playoff teams that actually like made runs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Made deep runs. But see, this was happening in Cowboy Nation though. We over here like, but boss. We have Williams. We have Sanders.
I've been hearing we're okay.
Right.
At running back. We're all right. And Obviously, teams that are going to the Super Bowl, that are going to the conference championships, those teams are saying we're not okay.
That's right.
But at that time, they said we're not okay there, and they were okay. They were actually better.
It was okay. They was okay.
They were better than Dallas. Like San Francisco, before they made that move, they had a couple of backs, and
I got them here. I got the backs.
They were producing pretty well.
I got the backs right here. Listen, bro.
Elijah Mitchell, and I forget the other. They beat us with the backs in the playoffs.
Look, I got it right here.
Yeah.
So, and we go show you that his production was good. He was good.
And he wasn't even a starter. Who was the starter then? When they beat us in the playoffs.
Let me see. 2020.
Yeah.
I got it right here. No, that's the wrong year. 2021. It was Elijah Mitchell, and he was a rookie. So let me see.
I could have sworn it was somebody else that was another back on that team.
Yeah, they had a couple of backs.
I'm saying he took over for that person, whoever it was.
They had two backs. They had the dude that went to Miami. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Mostert. That's what it was. Yeah. Mostert. Yep.
Yeah, let me find them. But all of them had good production. And see, that's the problem with us now. We looking at Williams like, but he's good. His production is good, boss. Come on now. Come on. And see, that's what I'm trying to tell us. It's the difference between good and great, bro. It's the difference between good and great. Right? So, yeah, they keep talking about your mic.
Yeah. Hey, so what you said to connect my phone instead. I'm gonna do that actually.
Yeah, that's gonna sound better.
I wonder if it's the 4K camera, maybe.
It might be coming through your camera, cause sometimes my mic come through the camera. Yeah, come through on your phone. That's gonna work.
I got you. All right.
But I got it while he doing that. But listen, y'all, we making a case that's unrefutable. So if you go look at Elijah, right? In 2022, you know what the stat nerds would have said, Lou? But boss, why get McCaffrey? He's injury prone, and your current back is averaging 6.2 yards per carry. Wouldn't they have said that? Yeah, you sound good, DMV. I can hear you.
I'm good now?
You sound better.
All right, cool.
Much better. But I was just saying, check this out. This is what they would have said about Elijah if he was in Dallas today. You know what they would have said? Boss, why do you want to upgrade to Christian McCaffrey? He's injury prone, and our current back is averaging 6.2 yards a carry. Why would you do that? Why, boss? That's exactly what they would have said. Yep.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, nah, but it's like when you look at these teams, dog, and you look at maybe even who the GMs were, they weren't comfortable in their positions. They weren't comfortable, bro. They were not comfortable, and so it's not about selling the fans on this being serviceable. They got to go out and win. If they don't win, then the fans are going to be pissed off. And I think that what happens a lot of times in Dallas, that's why I got this damn black hat on. A lot of people like being lied to. Y'all want to be sold on something. Like, y'all been sold on stuff so long that when you're not being sold on something, then it don't feel right.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. So I think that this was something that I fought you and Lou on. And I know Lou is in the comments.
Yeah.
And I fought y'all on this.
Yeah.
And really, Henny and the wide receiver crew, they should have jumped on my bandwagon.
We all should have jumped on your bandwagon, for real.
Yeah, because I was saying it then.
You were.
And I actually think that the point that you're proving, it's not necessarily the draft. It wasn't necessarily drafting the guy. They needed to hit the free agency market to go buy that mark. That's what it's showing.
You
and
can't
we talked
handle
about
the
this.
truth. You want
We talked about this. we talked about this, boss, where running back now is now kind of becoming what DT is, where it used to be where you could draft a running back and he hit the ground running. But these defensive linemen are getting better. Defensive schemes, everything's getting more seasoned. So you're seeing Genty and my guy from Omarion Hampton. You're seeing them struggle a little bit more. They're gonna be fine. But look at Bijan now. I said this the other day. I looked at Bijan's tape and compared to where Bijan is now, I think Bijan might even be better than Saquon. I think Bijan might be the best back in the league. Seasoning, bro.
Great point, by the way. And see, y'all still fighting it. My boy say Philly the only team that won a Super Bowl with a great running back. All right, let's keep it real. San Fran should have won that game versus Kansas City. They lost the Super Bowl. Kansas City didn't win the Super Bowl, bro. They had longer drives. They had cleaner drives. They coughed up the ball at pivotal situations, and Kansas City didn't. So, and what would you do? Let's just keep it real. You wouldn't get a running back if it guaranteed you in the Super Bowl?
Well, I tell you what. Philly lost to them in the Super Bowl, went and got the running back, and then beat them. So, what are we talking about?
Shit.
You can't handle
You know
the
what I'm
truth.
Man. Why do Cowboy fans fight upgrading running back? I don't get us.
Why do Cowboy fans fight what is over what can be?
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Like why do Cowboy fans do that? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cowboy fans will fight facts with the fantasy that they're being sold.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like think about this, right?
Oh.
We wouldn't even be talking right now if we felt like you could say something and everybody would get it. You had to put together a whole presentation to show actual facts, right? To sell this fan base on something. You know
and they still
like,
not buying it with the evidence in their face.
Because Jerry didn't say it. That's why. Because Jerry didn't say it.
Oh shit.
That's why they're not buying it. When Jerry says it, then all of a sudden it's gonna be gospel.
Damn. So evidence don't do it. Somebody gotta sell us on this shit. Damn. That's sad, bro. That's depressing. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it is.
You can't be more clear than this, bro. You can't be more clear that all these teams saying good is not good enough. That's basically what all these teams said. All these teams said, nah, good is not good enough. If we want to go to the next level, let's reach for a McCaffrey type.
Yeah. Nah, for real. And it's not even just so much. Christian McCaffrey offers you a lot at the running back position. This is why it's important.
Yeah.
He offers you short yardage.
Yep.
He offers you pass catching ability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blocking.
Inside, outside runs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So with Derrick Henry, he don't offer you so much with his hands, but they have so it's like with Baltimore, they have like a mixture of it all because Lamar can take off and run.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lamar can take off and run. So that's another thing. That's another avenue as well. The running quarterback and what they do to the running game as well. When you got a runner that's with you, like I mean, the league is changing. The landscape has changed.
Yeah. So let me show them this, and we'll be done with this in less than an hour. 2020 San Fran 6-10. 2021 San Fran 10-7. 2022 San Fran 13-4. 2023 San Fran went to the Super Bowl. See, most people in 2022, you know what they would have said?
It's good enough.
That's good enough. We was 13-4, boss. Let's go look at let's look at Philly. 2022 Philly. 14-3. That's good.
This is perfect, bro. This is perfect. I gotta let y'all know he's setting y'all up for the hook, line, and sinker. Right?
Why you telling
y'all
bro?
up for the
You
hook,
ain't
line,
supposed
and
to.
sinker.
You ain't supposed to tell him, bro. You ain't supposed to tell him, bro.
Hey.
But listen, bro. This, I ain't trying to be right. I'm just trying to show the clear pattern that these teams copied success. It's just clear. They copied success, bro. You know what I'm saying? They looked at San Fran. They was like, and they copied him while everybody was knocking him. Can we put that on the shirt? They copied, right? When everybody else was still saying, ew, running back, ew. Philly was like, hey, you know when that bad one that you see come in and they like, she ugly. You be like,
yeah,
I hit. That's what Philly did. That's what the Ravens did, and that's what Green Bay did. When we was over here, like, look, her toes. She has a coin. If her feet ain't perfect, I don't mess with that, right? Philly was over there like,
hey, hey, bro, I'm about to. Hey, look, Cowboy fans, y'all gonna be mad at me. It don't matter. Cowboy fans already mad at me anyway. When's the last time the Cowboys said we were good at running back? I'm gonna ask you that question. When the last time Cowboys fans said that? Because hey, look, I seen you arguing with going back and forth with Mike Crum. He probably won't come on here.
He won't.
I wish he would.
He won't.
But when's the last time, boss, you tell me that Dallas said they were good at running back?
This year.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, this year. But before that, when did they say it?
Zeke and Pollard.
No, it was last year.
Right.
It was last year. It was last year, bro.
Yeah,
they said we're good at running back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're good at running back. Rico gets 1,000. Rico gone. I don't even know how much Rico got paid.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much Rico got paid. It wasn't that much, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much.
Right.
But Rico gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
We were good at running back.
Right.
So we go ahead. Dallas obviously showed you they wasn't good at running back because they didn't sign him.
Right.
And what did they do? They go get the guy in Carolina that Carolina said wasn't good enough, but we gonna go get Rico.
Right.
I bet you. I don't know when Rico signed, but I think it was before the draft. I think it was. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. But Carolina said, "Yeah, bye, Miles. We'll take Rico.
We'll take
Rico.
Right.
Right.
That's sad.
Secondly, Denver said we're not okay at running back.
Right.
We're not okay at running back.
Right.
We can get better there.
Right.
See you later, Javonte.
Yeah.
Here you go. What's the kid? RJ Harvey.
Yeah.
RJ Harvey and somebody else is over there too.
Yeah.
The whole point that I'm getting at with this, and then you want to know what Dallas does with that money though? The money that they could have signed Rico with, because I do think Dallas would be okay if they had Rico with Javonte Williams. I do think that
it would have been better than this. It would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing. I think Javonte is doing a good job.
Yeah,
he's doing a good job this year. So,
but we can do better.
I don't want to dog him. I think him with another back would make this
even better.
It would set it off. Right.
It would set it off, and that's the vision we trying to paint, bro. We trying to set it off, bro. All this passive ass. All this, we good, boss. We have an RB1. What I'm trying to show you is that these other teams push down good talent with better talent. Can y'all see that? Let's go through the history, bro.
No, wait. Before I say that, I gotta say this.
You try to give me the set. You try to set him up.
Because I see my boy Cowboys fan Mayfield say Williams on pace for more than 1,000 yards, way more TDs. Right? Cool. I'm cool with you, right? I feel what you're saying, bro. Not saying that Williams ain't doing a good job or anything like that. But this is what I'm going to tell you. You want to know what Dallas did with that money, guys? Tell them, boss. What boss do? What the Cowboys do with the money that they could have went out and got Nick Chubb? What they do with it?
Nothing.
No, they did something with it.
You talking about?
Yes,
Hold
they
on.
did.
You talking about? Because Nick Chubb didn't cost number 1.3.
You want to know what Dallas did?
What?
They signed Hunter Lifty to a 2-year.
Oh shit!
They signed him to a 2-year, $7 million deal or something like that.
I forgot.
And bro can't even get on the field. Bro can't even get on the field. He can't even play.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Fans not really understanding the presentation we doing. And I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. And I said it before it was gonna happen. Offensive line is doing the majority of the work. Clayton Adams' scheme is doing the majority of the work. And just like quarterback, the running back is getting all the credit. That's what's going on, bruh. Because ain't nobody with good old common sense. You should already recognize that one guy does not truly belong on the talent of this list. Let's just be and see, I'm trying to tell y'all the real formula. Y'all just ain't listening to me.
No, they not, because the moment bro get an ankle tweak or you know what I'm saying, somebody he get a thigh bruise or something like that, the guy that's got to go in there is Miles Sanders, and y'all don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
So, and my boy Tyrone Trust said, I can't say that. I can say that, and I can say that from the film. I need y'all to go really look. This is y'all homework. Go really look at Williams and then tell me on the majority of those runs when is the first time people even touch him. That's gonna tell you a lot. And then the second part of the homework I'm gonna give y'all, tell me who touches him when they touch him. Are they on the second level, the linebackers? Are they on the third level? Or are they on the first level, the defensive linemen?
And
See,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I showed boss. I showed you the other day. Didn't I show you 2 runs where Williams left a lot of meat on the bone? Boss?
Yeah.
He missing stuff too, yo.
Yeah.
He missing reads.
We gonna have to do another show with a film session, bro. We gonna have to show all of this.
Yeah.
That's what the fans need. They need to see it because they just think we talking. It's like, no, bro, no.
And sometimes he's running into guys when he don't need to.
Right.
He's running over guys. Y'all like, man, that's a tough run. And it's like, bro, like I don't know. Like I did a film session on Jonathan Taylor not too long ago. Y'all go check that out.
Let me pull it up.
And when y'all go watch Jonathan Taylor,
it's different.
And you watch what that is,
whole nother level.
Like nah, you be like nah. It's gears to this. It's not saying that you can get it, Jonathan Taylor, but keep in mind Clayton Adams come from that school of what that scheme is over there. You know what I'm saying? What they do in Indianapolis, like that's what we hung our hat on when Clayton Adams was brought on staff. That's what it was said. Like, oh, he worked over there. They had Jonathan Taylor. Trust me, y'all. I did my homework because I thought Dallas was going to go ahead and get it back. I thought they were going to get it back, and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing that I was like, man, they're going to block like Indianapolis, and then you look at the Cardinals and you see some of those things, and it's like, damn. But when you see Jonathan Taylor in that clean scheme, bro don't miss no read. There ain't no missing read. He don't miss them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm just kind of playing it in the background as you was talking, but I could tell you was talking through it. This is what people need to understand that we're saying. Every one of these teams had good just like us. They had good just like, oh, look, I see it. Ooh. Every one of these teams already had good. So let me show them. I'm gonna have to show y'all, bro. I'm gonna have to show you. Let's look at Philly. So before they got Saquon, is this bad from Miles Sanders? or is this is actually great?
Yeah, it was.
1,200,
Look,
11 TDs.
He was blocked up.
And that's because it was blocked up. That was still the number one line, right? Mm-hmm. Did they say, man, we don't need Saquon?
Hell no.
They went
and look, they said we'd rather have Swift, bro.
Yeah.
They said, give me Swift. We're gonna trade for Swift.
Yep.
Because he's an upgrade from my. Matter of fact, I asked Philly fans when we picked up Miles Sanders. I'm saying we because at the time, you know, like y'all know where I was. Like, what is Dallas getting from Miles Sanders? Somebody that fumbled the ball, somebody that don't show up in the big moments. That those are the things that the Philly fans told me. My sister's a Philly fan, and she told me that Philly. When Dallas signed Miles Sanders, the Philly fans didn't care. They didn't care.
Yeah.
They might have cared a little bit with Swift. I know they liked Swift a little bit.
Yeah.
But when they got Saquon, it was, I mean, come on, Saquon, like, you don't care about Swift. Come on.
Yeah. So they got, and I put it like this: Swift right now is better than Williams. If you would have put Swift with Clay Adams and this offensive line,
he is.
He better, bro. He better.
Yeah, and it's something like this, right? And what I do, so this is what I would say. I like Williams, guys. I think Williams should be on Dallas's roster.
Yeah.
And what I'll even argue with you, boss, on is I think he should be with what they've done. They gotta ride the horse. He gotta be RB1 because they already made that. They already made that decision. Nobody at this point is gonna trade you an RB1 unless it's Kamara. Unless you can go get Kamara, I don't see it.
Let's talk about this.
Gonna beat you to that.
Let's talk about that, dude. Cause I ain't got to show the next post I was gonna show. I was gonna show the Ravens before they got Henry, and they whole committee had high averages. They was averaging 5 and above. They had a whole committee
you're absolutely right.
averaging 5 and above. One of their backs,
you know what their problem
8.
was? You want to know what the Ravens' problem was at running back? They couldn't stay healthy. So what they said was, we're going to get a guy that's going to have high productivity, and he's going to stay healthy. See, a lot of people got to remember that about RB1. Your starting running back has to be a guy that typically, you know, that rolls with the punches, that, you know, they don't take too many big hits. You know, they know how to fall the right way. They know how to fall forward. Like, those type of things matter. And I think that the Ravens said, how can we get better there? Let's go get a guy that can make it through 17, 18, 19, 20 games.
Look at this. Yeah, man. So before they upgraded to Henry, one of their backs was averaging 4.6. Keaton Mitchell was averaging 8.4. Melvin Gordon looked like he fell off a cliff. He was 3.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon, bro.
He fell off a cliff, right? But they had a pretty good committee. Like, everywhere else, if you look at their running backs, it was, but they said we can do what? Better. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of us would take this now from a group. We would take these type of chunks. We would take it. But they said, we can do better than that. And see, that's the thing we just trying to get over to y'all, is San Fran had really good. They had an RB1 that showed potential. But they said, if we target a high level back and put them on this team, it's gonna make us contenders. That's the difference. We trying to be contenders. We trying to be in the top 4.
Does Dallas want to contend? You as a fan want to contend, but does Dallas show you that they want to contend? Or do they just want to survive?
Well, the best way to answer that question is to listen to their words.
we've seen you take Ezekiel Elliott really high in the draft, and then we've seen this team not emphasize the running back. Seeing somebody like Saquon Barkley and what he did for Philadelphia last year, has your thought about the running back position changed from what it might have been from the future?
Well, Saquon and Philadelphia got your attention. There's no question about it. You'd be dead if you're doing what we do and not see that happen. I don't think that running back was as significant last year and us not getting where we wanted to go.
I think we got our answer, DLV.
You do, and maybe others. I don't. I think it was our offensive line.
Well,
can
you stop it right there? Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Stop it right there, please.
Hold on,
stop it right there, please.
I gotta hit a button real quick.
Bruh.
They not copying success, bro.
Hey, I'm about to tell you something. Can I curse, bro? Can I curse?
Hey, let it out, bro. Let it out.
I'm gonna tell y'all why Jerry full of shit, bro. Jerry full of shit, and y'all shouldn't believe nothing this man be saying to y'all. Only believe the actions when the words back up. And his actions have said that running back is not important. That line is the thing. I sat and talked to a guy named Kevin Gogan. For the real Cowboy fans, y'all know who Kevin Gogan is.
Yes.
If not, you need to go do your research. All right? Because there's a lot of younger Cowboy fans that didn't live during the time that this team was winning.
Right.
But there was a time, and it's in the documentary probably. I refuse to watch it. I probably watch it now because I don't care. But there was a time that Emmett didn't have no contract. And Jerry was blowing that same smoke up everybody's ass. Matter of fact, those aren't my words. Those are Kevin Gogan's words. Those are Gogan's words. I actually have a video or something where he's actually saying that. I have a video somewhere. Jerry's saying the same thing he said then when Emmett had no contract. They went 0-2. They went 0-2. And he was forced to bite that bullet. Y'all know what Emmett did? MVP season, Super Bowl.
You can't
Michael Jordan stuff. Michael Jordan stuff. So, like, when we're talking running back, it's hard for me to listen to the same rhetoric that was happening then. And then you have somebody who lived it. Kevin Gogan will tell y'all, if you ever run into Kevin Gogan, you run into anybody on that line when this team was winning, you asked them how important running back was and if it was them. And I guarantee you, all 17 linemen that played with Emmett, notice I said 17 because it wasn't the same damn line. 17. You ask all 17 linemen if Emmett made a difference. That's all I got to say about that. But Jerry peddling the same shit he was peddling in. My bad. You can continue.
Nah, I was enjoying you, bro. I was more so showing to answer that question that our front office is basically, this is cheap, bro. This is all about being cheap, to be honest. This is about devaluing the running back.
Oh, wait. Is it being cheap? Because they weren't cheap with Hunter?
True.
Bro, they pay Hunter more.
It's worse. It's worse. Then it's worse. It's that they actually believe in the stat nerds. It's worse. So they bought into that doctrine that you can get any running back. Yeah, that's what happened. Because then I got the clip right here, Stephen Jones saying that same shit. Let me pull it where you can clearly see that he gonna be like, you know, everybody know you can get any one of these old running backs. Listen.
Supplement that with the draft, and as I said, I still think we'll be signing some veteran football players that will ultimately help us out.
Running back, is the draft lineup for you there?
Yeah, I think there's players at all levels in the draft, and wherever that makes the most sense and brings the most value, and value compared to what at another position. But Mike, very comfortable. Him and Shotty are very comfortable. That we can find running backs that can.
Hey, they feel very comfortable. We can just find some running back. We can look under some rocks and we can go back in the backyard. I was looking for a running back. I looked in the toilet and I found one.
Have success here. We've done it in the past.
And he can, bro.
I know this pissing you off, bro. Let me finish.
It's not pissing me off. It's making me laugh, bro. It's hilarious listening to it in hindsight now.
The disrespect to running back is crazy. Now listen.
McFadden one year, and I think he ran for 1,100.
McFadden.
The team was 6-10, wasn't it?
Yes. And you got way better.
The team was 6-10.
Right, and then you got way better when you got Zeke. Let's not act like you didn't get way better when you went after a higher level quality back. They trying to sell us that an average back is good enough.
1,200 yards. So, the running back position, as we all know.
See, there it is. That's the disrespect right there. See, the running back position.
As we all know, you can find really good backs.
See, that's that bullshit.
Guess what? Rico went for 1,000 last year too. Team was 7-10.
Yeah, and see, this is what I'm trying to explain to people. Would you rather have 1,700 to 1,800 yards or 1,100?
1,800 any day. I mean, it makes sense.
Right. So when you rebuilt this whole offensive line, but you refuse to get the last piece, you tripping. So, and the fans tripping because the fans think like them. The fans is like, we don't. Williams go on pace for 1,000. No, we trying to get a piece that can go up to 2,000 if you put them in her.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm also about to look up what Dallas rushed for against the Giants. As a whole, like Javonte Williams rushed 18 times for 97 yards and a touchdown, which that's a good game, right? You look at the team. Miles Sanders rushed 5 times for 15. Kevontae Turpin 2 for 6. Dak 3 for 17. So as a total, they ran for 135. Washington the week before ran for 220.
You can't handle the truth. You want answers?
Yeah.
Washington ran for 220.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to try and diminish Javonte Williams' game because 18 for 97 is nothing to scoff at. But what are we looking at after that? What are you looking at after that?
Yeah.
So let me hold on. Let me see if I can get the Commanders and Giants box score and see because it wasn't just Bill running all over them.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Bill. He had a good game, but they had multiple guys. So Bill had 10 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. Dane Daniels 11 for 68. But Austin Eckler had 6 for 26. Jeremy McNichols had 4 for 25. And then Debo had 1 for 19. You know what I'm saying? So they ran for 220.
So what DMV is saying in a nutshell is that, and I'm saying the same thing, we leaving meat on the bone.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's saying get rid of Williams. Nobody's saying not give Williams his touches. It's that after that, it's like you say you're going to run the ball. You're not running the ball. You're really dependent on one guy. And if that one guy slows up just a bit, what is there? This team will go back to throwing the ball 60 times, bro.
Right.
They would have they almost threw the ball 60 times with him rushing 18 times.
Yep. Yeah. So listen. Let's get down to solutions. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up what I sincerely see. I see us having an opportunity to actually copy success. The good news I'm going to tell you is that I don't even think it got to be that expensive. Just like McCaffrey was imperfect and Saquon was imperfect, the closest thing was actually Henry. But Saquon wasn't perfect when he was acquired. He had an injury history. McCaffrey was imperfect when he was acquired. He had an injury history. So, I will say this. Because, we've been aiming high. We don't even have to aim as high as Bijan, to be honest with you.
Nope.
To me, the primary way to have a McCaffrey-type splash right now, inexpensive.
That guy.
That guy.
I agree, guys. And also, boss, I don't even know if you talked about this yet. I'm going to beat you to the punch.
Okay.
Who does Kamara have a relationship with Dallas?
The running back coach.
Bingo. There you go.
Yep. And see, my boy Ty Church said Kamara just old, and that's fair. And that's why I needed to
talk that about all them other backs.
Right. That's why I talked about the imperfection of Kamara. I mean, of McCaffrey. We gotta go ahead and embrace that these guys ain't gonna be perfect, but they're upgrades and major upgrades. That's the key. That's the key. If you want the McCaffrey effect, you gotta make a McCaffrey type move.
Agreed.
And see, that's why I'm not gonna let people try to talk us out of this. Cause to be honest, we're not even asking for that much. And the Saints is trending right towards a fire sale. You can make and you can copy if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna believe that they can't copy what everybody else has copied and has greatly worked. The best thing about a Kamara type is that you will be putting Kamara with Williams.
Ooh, that's cold, bro. That's cold. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's cold right there.
Ooh. And it's other backs. We just getting started. Let me just tell you what we gonna be doing up to the trade deadline. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. We starting it now. So the show we did today we was already collecting the fire sale potential teams. We gotta let tomorrow play out. After tomorrow, some of those teams go be full-fledged fire sales with great opportunities. So what me and DMV are gonna do, Lou, Henny, we go collect them, do just what we did on wide receiver 2, go look at the film, and we did it with Chuck. We go look at the 3 games of film, we go rank them, and we go build this trade list that Dallas can't say no to. If they trying to run the play and copy the success. You see what I'm saying? Because see, we showed you by the transactions that it was clear that teams looked at what San Fran did and straight took it. They took it. They looked at the 2023 season and where they was acting like you can get any running back. See, Steven's still talking like that. Philly said, I hit.
Philly got them draws.
Philly got them draws. The Raven said, you over here talking about coins. Man, she fine as hell. She imperfect, but she fine. And they went and hit.
Yeah, Dallas worried about what her feet look like. I don't like her feet. I don't like her feet, bro.
I don't like her feet. You know what they say, man. You know. Yeah. Yeah. And then we finna play one of them dudes next week. Jacobs. We playing one of them dudes this week. 12th. These are all the people, DMV, we said no to, that we acted snooty with. All these dudes we looking at are the dudes that we said, you know what we said? We got Rico.
Until you didn't have Rico.
Right. This is what I want people to understand. We literally looked at all these guys and said, we're good. We got Rico. See, that's what they saying now. We got Mafa.
We got Blue. Why don't they let Blue play? Because Blue don't know the playbook, y'all. And he gimping around. That's why he ain't playing. Because Blue ain't ready, y'all. Because Blue ain't ready.
It's what it is. And see, and this is the problem. People believing in Santa Claus on that. If you waiting on Blue, you waiting on Santa Claus to come down the chimney. He ain't coming. Your mama bought them cookies. That's what Lou said today. That was not Santa Claus. That was your mama that bought them gifts. Man, listen, man, we just doing our best to, and I don't think you can be no clearer than what we was today, bro. If you don't get it after this whole presentation we did, you just don't want to get it, bro. I swear to God. If you can't,
they don't want to get it, bro. They don't want to get it. But I look, I wanted to get on here, and I felt like I was like, we needed to do this show because I also think that people have to realize that there's a whole wide world out there that's better than just good enough.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the running back spot. There's tiers to it.
It's tiers. Can you explain the tiers? Because that's what people are not getting. They thinking, we got Williams. Why do you want? Come on.
Yeah, Williams, like him. But he not going. He not good enough to where they'll defer to him over that.
No.
Because if they felt that way, they would have done it in the Giants game.
Yes.
But they didn't.
Right.
Because he was. What was his yards per carry that y'all like to use? 5.4. Matter of fact, most of it came on a second and 29 or something like that.
Right. I think you said it best. We need a weapon that can be deferred to. We need a weapon that can say, "Hey, Dak, we got it. We got it. We don't
That's
need."
why Philly ain't got Saquon because they fell apart the year before. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yep.
They had one of the biggest collapses. They started 12-1, I think.
Right.
And we ended up winning the division. So,
if the season ended right now and a trade deadline was tomorrow, I'm saying go after Kamara. Aggressive. But if the Colts fall off a cliff, I want Taylor.
They not falling off a cliff because that's a good football team right now. I actually got them in my top 3 right now. It could change. It's only been 2 weeks, but yeah, I think the Colts are a good football team. They got a good play caller in Shane Steichen. You guys get a chance to watch my video, you'll see how they diagrammed and drew up some plays. And bro, their run game is second to none. If you think Dallas is running the ball well and you think their line is good, they ain't got nothing on the Colts. Like their execution is top notch. Plus, they got a better back. Like it's not even close. When you look, it's night and day between Dallas and the Colts when it comes to running the football.
Yeah, and I like what Todd Church said. Kamara's tier 2, but a higher tier 2. I agree. I think that's perfectly said. But I think if you merge Kamara with Williams, with that offensive line and with Clayton Adams' scheme, now we can fully take some pressure off Dak. I know you got to go. I know you said within an hour. We right there at that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and close it out, man. I'll get my final words first. Listen, the reason why we putting all this work in is because we trying to take Dallas to the next level. Bottom line. That's what all this work is about. It's trying to take your team to the next level. One of the most important things, though, is what the running back position would do with Williams, because we're not trying to kick him out. We're trying to help him out. I'm gonna say the 6 things that adding to this room does. Protects the defense, because you would help your time of possession. It's gonna keep that defense rested. So if you're concerned about the defense, you want the running back. Also, it helps CeeDee Lamb. That's what DMV point is, right? You want something that makes them have to respect that backfield, so that they have to put people in that box. That opens up CD. If you open up CD, you automatically open up Pickens, right? We looking at a bunch of dominoes that will fall on one position. It helps Williams, because he got somebody to feed off of. It also helps your O-line. Everybody be talking about Steele. Have Steele do what he does best. Stop making him a dancing bear. The most important person that it helps is Dak. That's the most important. DMV said the smartest thing after the Giants game. This is what DMV said after the Giants game. Did y'all see all them hits Dak took? DMV said that. He said that wasn't good. So if you trying to prolong Dak's career and protect your investment, if you was one of those people, is Dak starting to be injury prone? You don't want Dak throwing 50 times. You want Dak throwing 30 times. And you want the running back to take pressure off of Dak. I don't think I can be more clear than that, but that's my final word on this. And I'm going to say this. You ain't got no excuses. You can do easily the CMC plan. You can do it. I'm not hearing that running back is too expensive. It's 43 things more important than this. Nah, it's not one other position that's going to give you 6 benefits. That's why all these teams copied it. And you can't tell me Kamara, you couldn't get him if they lose tomorrow. You a goddamn lie. That's my final word.
I think that makes the Cowboys a much better team.
Yep.
If you got Kamara tomorrow, a much better team. Much better team. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, like what I would have that, because right now where I have Dallas trending, I don't have Dallas as a good football team right now.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
Just because
we built like the Bengals.
Yeah. I think Dallas if they keep going the way that they are, they're a major injury. It's a major injury coming. We've seen it multiple times. And not only do you have Chicago, you got Green Bay next week. And Green Bay is not here to play. They are not here to play. Y'all see how Mike could be hitting quarterbacks? I'm talking about like he don't be pity-patting them quarterbacks. But the final thing that I have to say is you got to protect your investment. I think Ball said it best. You got to protect Dak Prescott. You got to add to that room with Javonte Williams, or what you got to do is maybe you got to trust somebody behind Javonte Williams, and they got to come in and execute. But I think that the window for this team is either two things: either you wait for a fire sale, which could be Kamara, or somebody said Miami. You wait for a fire sale and go get you a back from that, and it bolsters your room. Or number two, you sit, you wait, you have another bad year, and in March you got to be aggressive with the backs that's on the market, because the trend has shown that those guys right there are the ones you want.
Yeah,
so that's all I got, man.
You want the veteran backs.
You didn't even bring up Aaron Jones because he was at Minnesota.
I did,
and I'm pretty sure he got. Did he get signed in March too?
I can look, but I'm certain he did.
I think he did.
See, we the last team that ain't figured it out. We the last team that ain't copied. But hey, man, appreciate you, bro. When we come back together, we gonna be doing film, right?
Absolutely, man.
This is the best dude in the Cowboy space when it comes to running back. It is nobody even close. He played it. He loves it. It's his passion. He knows it. And most importantly, he honest. It's Boss Show Me with the DMV. We out.